Nay, it is 10 times strange. It is not truer he is Angelo. Then this is all as true, and it is strange. Nay, it is 10 times true, for truth is truth, to the end of reckoning. Away with her, poor soul. She speaks this in the infirmity of sense. O Prince, I conjure thee, as thou believest there is another comfort than this world, that thou neglect me not with that opinion that I am touched with madness. Make not impossible that which but seems unlike. 'Tis not impossible, but one, the wickedest caitiff on the ground, may seem as she, as grave, as just, as absolute, as Angelo, even so many Angelo, in all his dressings, characters, titles, forms, be an arch-villain. Believe it, royal prince, if he be less, he's nothing, but he's more, had I more name for badness. By mine honesty, if she be mad, as I believe no other, her madness hath the oddest frame of sense, such a dependency of thing on thing, as e'er I heard in madness. O gracious Duke, harp not on that, nor do not banish reason for inequality, but let your reason serve to make the truth appear where it seems hid, and hide the false seems true. Many that are not mad have sure more lack of reason. What would you say? I am the sister of one Claudio, condemned upon the act of fornication to lose his head, condemned by Angelo. I, in probation of a sisterhood, was sent to by my brother, O Juan Lucio, as then the messenger. That's I, and to like your grace, I came to her from Claudio and desired her to try her gracious fortune with Lord Angelo for her poor brother's pardon. That's he indeed. You are not bid to speak. No, my good lord, nor wished to hold my peace. I wish you now then, pray you take note of it, and when you have a business for yourself, pray heaven you then be perfect. I warrant your honour. The warrant's for yourself, take heed to it. This gentleman told somewhat of my tale. Right. It may be right, but you are i' the wrong to speak before your time. Proceed. I went to this pernicious caitiff deputy. That's somewhat madly spoken. Pardon it, the phrase is to the matter. Mended again the matter, proceed. In brief, to set the needless process by, how I persuaded, how I prayed and kneeled, how he befelled me, and how I replied. For this was of much length of viled conclusion, I now begin with grief and shame to utter. He would not, but by gift of my chaste body to his concupiscible, intemperate lust, release my brother, and after much debatement, my sisterly remorse confutes mine honour, and did yield to him. But the next morn betimes, his purpose surfighting, he sends a warrant for my poor brother's head. This is most likely. Oh, there it were as like as it is true. By heaven, fond wretch, it knowest not what thou speakest, or else thou art suborned against his honour in hateful practice. First, in his integrity stands without blemish. Next, it imports no reason that with such vehemency he should pursue faults proper to himself. If he had so offended, he would have weighed thy brother by himself, and had not have cut him off. Someone hath set you on. Confess the truth, and say by whose advice thou camest here to complain. And is this all? Then, O you blessed ministers above, keep me in patience, and with ripened time unfold the evil which is here wrapped up in countenance. Heaven shield your grace from woe, and as I thus wronged, hence unbelieved go. I know you'd fain be gone, an officer, to prison with her. Shall we thus permit a blasting and a scandalous breath to fall on him to so near us? This needs must be our practice. Who knew of your intent in coming hither? One, that I were here Friar Lodowick, a ghostly father belike. Who knows that Lodowick? My lord, I know him. 'Tis a meddling friar, I do not like the man. Had he been lay, my lord, for certain words he spake against your grace, in your retirement I had swinged him soundly. Words against me! This a good friar belike, and to set on this wretched woman here against our substitute. Let this friar be found. But yesternight, my lord, she and that friar, I saw them at the prison, a saucy friar, a very scurvy fellow. Blessed be your royal grace, I have stood by my lord, and I have heard your royal ear abused. First hath this woman most wrongly accused your substitute, who is as free from touch or soil with her as she from one ungot. We did believe no less. Know you that Friar Lodowick that she speaks of? I know him of her a man divine and holy, not scurvy, not a temporary meddler, and he's reported by this gentleman, and on my trust, a man that never yet did, as he vouches, misreport your grace. My lord, most villainously believe it. Well, he in time may come to clear himself, but at this instant he is sick, my lord, of a strange fever. Upon his mere request, being come to knowledge that there was a complaint intended against Lord Angelo, came I hither. To speak as from his mouth what he doth know, to his true and false, and what he, with his oath, and all probation will make up full clear, whensoever he's convended. First, for this woman to justify this worthy noble man so vulgarly and personally accused, her shall you hear disprove to her eyes, till she herself confess it. Good friar, let's hear it. Do you not smile at this, Lord Angelo? O heaven, the vanity of wretched fools! Give us some seats, come chosen Angelo. In this I'll be impartial. Be you judge, or your own cause. Is this the witness, friar? First let her show your face, and after speak. Pardon, my lord. I will not show my face until my husband bid me. What, are you married? No, my lord. Are you a maid? No, my lord. A widow, then? Neither, my lord. Why, you are nothing, then, neither maid, widow, nor wife. My lord, she may be a punk, for many of them are neither maid, widow, nor wife. Silence that fellow, I would he had some cause to prattle for himself. Well, my lord. My lord, I do confess I ne'er was married, and I confess, besides, I am no maid. I have known my husband, yet my husband knows not that ever he knew me. He was drunk then, my lord. It can be no better. For the benefit of silence, would thou wert so too. Well, my lord, this is no witness for Lord Angelo. Now I come to it, my lord. She that accuses him of fornication in self-same manner doth accuse my husband, and charges him, my lord, with such a time, when I'll depose I had him in mine arms, with all the effect of love. Charges she more than me? Not that I know. No, you say your husband. Why, just, my lord, and that is Angelo, who thinks he knows that he ne'er knew my body, but knows he thinks that he knows Isabel's. This is a strange abuse. Let's see thy face. My husband bids me. Now I will unmask. This is that face, thou cruel Angelo, which once thou sworst was worth the looking on. This is the hand which with a vowed contract was fast belocked in thine. This is the body. That took away the match from Isabel, and did supply thee at thy garden house in her imagined person. Know you this woman? Carnally she says, Sirrah, no more. Enough, my lord. My lord, I must confess I know this woman, and 5 years since there was some speech of marriage betwixt myself and her, which was broke off, partly for that her promised proportions came short of composition, but in chief for that her reputation was disvalued and levity, since which time of 5 years I never spake with her, saw her, nor heard from her, upon my faith and honour. Noble prince, as there comes light from heaven and words from breath, and there is sense in truth and truth in virtue, I am affianced this man's wife, as strongly as words could make up vows, and my good lord. But Tuesday night last gone, in his garden house, he knew me as a wife, and this is true. Let me in safety raise me from my knees, or else be ever confixed here, a marble monument. I did but smile till now. Now, good Lord, give me the scope of justice. My patience here is touched. I do perceive these poor informal women are no more, but instruments of some more mightier member that sets them on. Let me have way, my lord, to find this practice out. I with my heart, and punish them to your height of pleasure. Thou foolish friar, and thou pernicious woman, compact with her that's gone, thinkest thou thy oaths, though they would swear down each particular saint, were testimonies against his worth and credit, that sealed in approbation. Yo, Lord Aeschylus, sit with my cousin, lend him your kind pains, to find out this abuse, whence 'tis derived. There's another friar that set them on, let them be sent for. Would he were here, my lord, for he indeed hath set the women on to his complaint. Your provost knows the place where he abides, and he may fetch him. Go, do it instantly. And you, my noble and well-warranted cousin, whom it concerns to hear this matter forth, do with your injuries, as seems you best in any chastisement, I for a while will leave you. But stir not till you have will determined upon these slanderers. My lord, we'll do it thoroughly. Signor Lucio, did not say you knew that friar Lodowick to be a dishonest person. Futulis non facit monachum honest in nothing but in his clothes, and one that hath spoke most villainous speeches of the Duke. We shall entreat you to abide here till he come, and enforce them against him. We shall find this friar a notable fellow. As any in Vienna, on my word. Call that same Isabel here once again, I would. Speak with her, pray you, my lord. Give me leave to the question. You shall see how I'll handle her. Not better than he, by her own report. Say you. Mary, sir, I think if you handled her privately, she would sooner confess perchance publicly. She'll be ashamed.